everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my first ever readathon, so I'm hoping I'm going to be doing pretty good, but I feel like I'm not starting easy because I am planning on doing the READTHEMALLTHON. So basically about the Pokemons, which I grew up playing Pokemon and watching Pokemon, and I love it. I am playing the game. I'm not sure how well I'm going to be doing it while reading. I think I'm just going to focus on the reading part. I chose 8 books to go with the badges, so if you want to do it with me, don't hesitate, let me know in the comments, or you can just use the hashtag or follow me on Instagram. We're going to do this together. I'm hoping it's going to be fun. To get the first badge, you have to read the first book in a series, and I'm going with A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, which is the first book in the trilogy, and I haven't read it, but it's about fantasy, basically magic, traveling between different types of London, so really excited to do so. I've heard amazing reviews, and I will get my first badge by reading it. To get your second badge, you have to read a book that might make you cry, which I don't know about you, but I don't cry easily, and I don't necessarily love reading books that will make me cry, but I've heard that this book is amazing, so I'm going with Wonder, which from what I've heard is about a little boy that has some type of like disfiguration, and it's apparently a little sad, a little funny, so that's the book I'm gonna go with, and I'm hoping it's good, but hopefully it doesn't make me cry too much. To get the third one, you have to read a book that has been overhyped or just really hyped, so I went with Cinder, which I don't know about you, but I feel like I've ever heard about it on YouTube, and if it wasn't for BookTube, I would have probably never picked it up. So basically, if you don't know, Cinder is a retelling of Cinderella, and it sounds pretty awesome because she is a cyborg, which you can kind of see it a little bit there. So really excited to start reading this series, and I will be able to tell if it's worth the hype. To get the fourth one, you have to read a book that is about diversity, which I've heard that I'll Give You the Sun is a good book. I'm hoping I chose right because I don't like to know too much about a book before reading it, but I have seen it in some of those lists, so it seems like it's going to be a really good book, so I'm excited to do it. It's going to give me my 5th badge, so totally worth it. To get the 5th one, you have to read a book with a great romance. If you know me, I'm not super huge on romance. Like, I feel like half the time it's too like insta love, but I have heard that this one has a good one. We'll see how it goes, but it's The Winner's Curse by Mary Rutkowski, and I've heard it has a great romance. It seems to not be too focused on just that, so we'll see how that goes. Next one, you have to read a book with some fantasy or any supernatural element in it, and this book was already in my TBR, so I wanted to include some of them in there because otherwise there's no way I can read all of these books, and I'm not sure how much fantasy there's going to be in there. This was a complete cover by, and it is The Silver Witch by Paula Braxton, and I believe that there is some fantasy in there, but I started reading it a little bit and it seems a little too contemporary. I'm hoping it will change. It seems like it will. So worst case scenario, I think all the other books have so much fantasy that it's gonna compensate a little bit, but I will be reading this to get my 6th page. Can we just stare at the cover for a second? It's just... To get the Volcano Badge, you have to read a book that has a red cover, so I went with The Wrath and the Dawn by René Adier, which is a retelling of 1001 Night, so I am reading it because I want to. It's also red, so it completely works with the challenge, and I've heard it's pretty good, so I'm gonna be having to do this. Last but not least, you have to read a book with a post-apocalyptic setting, and I've heard that it is. I'm really hoping it is, and it's Station 11. Was written by Emily St. John Mendel, which I've heard is super good, and I believe it's post-apocalyptic, like everybody is dead and like they're basically a troop of people like walking around and like entertaining people. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I was too excited when I saw it in thrift shop, and I was like, that totally works with the theme of this readathon, so I will be reading this book. For the details, I will link down below the blog post I found about them, and I will link everything that is related down below. Information, it's starting today, Sunday, which I might not upload this video today, but it's starting today, August 14, and it's ending September 4th. So if you want to do this with me, don't hesitate. That would be a lot of fun. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.